Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to the first meeting for the 38th annual 9-hour novena to be held on the last Saturday, which is January 30, 2021.
Uh-huh.
Um, Malu's not with us, so we don't have a treasurer's report yet. Do you know if anybody who will not be able to join us on January? Before anything else, yes, there will be a novena. It's just a matter of having it in a different format. Okay? So, do you know if anybody who you think will not be with us? Maybe they'll be in the Philippines or what? You know.
No, not
Wala
me.
namang
Okay.
advice.
Hi.
Yeah.
Considering we're able to do the our meetings and novena by Zoom, maybe you would have better attendance.
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
cannot say, "Oh, I will be out of town." You go, "Yeah, you'll be out of town, but you have
You
a,
can do the Zoom.
but you can do the
Yes.
Zoom, right?"
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, uh, and pretty much answered, yes, we will have a novena. A couple of us met with Father Jim. Okay, Father Jim has decided to stay as our advisor for now until he decides or they decide if he's gonna be staying at Saint Euphrasia or not.
Hop, hop, hop.
Now, so he was delighted to hear
Have you turned off the elect?
that we're gonna have a novena. Um, and most likely by a Zoom format because it's the most popular. Even if there are other apps right now that are becoming more popular, like what the churches are using, the Switcher or the Togo meeting or the FaceTime. We think that Zoom is the most popular and the best. So now, if you look at your agenda, you will see that it's enumerated 1 to 6 mainly. You don't have to show it, Irene.
Okay.
Number 6 is a review of Ijpag committee assignments, and that is only if for some reason or for some miracle COVID disappears and we're able to assemble again in the church. Then we will do our usual assignments. But
Hindi
if
na.
not,
Zoom
we
meeting
have
po.
the special agenda,
Okay.
which is doing it with the Zoom format. The reason we decided to continue with it is because it is possible and because um, devotees have expressed interest in us holding the novena.
Bless you.
Um, it, we all know that most of our devotees are elderly, or they may be in some high risk category. But if we're going to do it like in this format, then they are very interested. Okay. You have any insights on that so far? None?
Is there
So
a number of participants, minimum number or maximum number?
I don't think there's gonna be a maximum number. Irene, when you have Zoom, there's no limit, right?
So, bali Zoom na nga pala tayo?
If
Depende pa kung payagan tayo, di ba?
And
payagan tayo ng, what do you
also
mean?
the number of hours.
Payagan tayo na mag-hold ng novena sa hall.
Payagan tayo na have a large crowd gathering.
True.
That's the thing.
We don't
Otherwise,
know.
I I honestly don't think. I don't think so. Especially
January.
if it's going to be Father
I
Beto,
don't
I
think,
don't think he's going to allow us.
I don't think they will allow.
Right.
I don't think a lot of churches will allow big gatherings.
Yeah. So the question is there a maximum? If there's a maximum, it's still probably 100.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Mhm.
if it's not. You're saying if it's not Zoom, right? If it's not through Zoom, if it's live, that's what you're saying,
Um, I
right?
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
Let's
it
see.
You
will be
said that
Zoom
if for any miracle or something. Mhm.
yeah.
If it's
Question.
there a
I
minimum or maximum number, if it's Zoom.
let me add something to that. I am on a committee yesterday about the San Lorenzo Ruiz that they will be doing at St. Mel on the 26th this September. And
Mhm.
then their Zoom, they said their max is 500. But you
Oh,
have to, yeah, you have to register some, you have to pay extra. I don't know.
oh,
I don't know how they
Oh,
did it, but that's the
okay.
latest information I have, the 500. I don't know how
Yeah.
much they. I can inquire about how much they pay for that, but that's so far what I heard.
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
the fee.
maximum.
There's a fee if let's say 100 or 500 and for how long you will have it. So
The
probably
maximum
ask.
hours.
Yeah, Father Jim suggested to make it simple. I don't know what is simple, but that's something to be discussed. Nasaan na si
Mm.
Leo? I
I'm
don't see.
Yeah.
listening.
Hey,
I'm here with the Santo Niño.
Okay.
Minadali siguro.
Okay, yung what Jay was mentioned about Father Beto saying no. Let me go ahead and touch on that. Okay.
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 Uh, if Saint Joseph and any other church would say no, because the only other place I could think of is which is big is Our Lady of Grace. But let's say Father Marinello also says no, all that. And yet, if we maintain social distancing and the face mask practice and all that, um, the Knights of Columbus Hall, the Olive Hall on Canoga and Strathern is there.
Yeah.
They're preparing to arrange with the city government, because the city is on the verge of being, I'll tell you this, of sued for not taking care of their homeless people. And what they want to do is borrow or lease the hall for 5 years, um, where they will have the homeless
Oh,
dwell in and provide them mainly with shelter and water, electricity, and all that. But it's not that easy, because um, the city has offers, but our council, the Knights of Columbus
sorry.
Council that owns that hall, also has terms that we want to arrive on a contract, and that's gonna take time. Okay, it's already almost September, and yet I consulted with the building manager, and he says, Leo, if you're gonna hold it here, um, the plan to lease it to the homeless might not take place for another 6 months, which is about February. By then, will be done.
Yeah.
So with the novena, so what it means is that the hall may be used should we decide to hold it live over there.
Uh-huh.
I have a
Okay,
question. What city? City of Los Angeles or
the city of Los
West?
Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, the person who's like a contact there is I can pronounce his name properly. Blumenfeld,
Huh?
City Councilor Blumenfeld.
Blumenfeld.
Um, and they're making an offer. We'll pay you this much. These are the terms and all that. But we're saying no. We have a counter offer. This is how much, and this is what we're gonna do, and so forth and so on. I was told that that may take time. That's what the building manager is saying. So if we decide to hold it live there, then we may be able to. Oh, I mean, if we hold it live, then we may be able to do it there. Of course, we want to see and first what the churches will say. Saint Joseph the Worker, Our Lady of
Oh,
Grace,
great.
and whoever else. Of course, we're not approaching Saint Mel because they've got their own program. Okay. But So the reason we're meeting is to prepare because we don't know. Everything is of course uncertain. We don't know what's gonna happen. If it's held live, then we have to mobilize the committee. Most of the committees that are listed in your agenda. Um, Otherwise, we go with the special agenda and using Zoom.
Kailan
Okay.
natin malalaman yun?
Oh,
Kakausapin mo na yung mga
there's
Question.
no way of knowing that because you don't know what's going to happen with COVID. I mean, there are
Yep.
people who are saying it's going to disappear as fast as it can, like those two novels, or that it's going to weaken, but then maybe it will go strong. It's a very uncertain period right now. We don't know what's going to happen. But either way, we're faced with a situation where we have to be prepared to go either way. And when we release the invitations, we'll also tell them, please be aware that anything can change anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way of knowing that.
What
Yeah.
about the speakers? How are we going to deal with that?
Okay, hold on, Simon. You have a question. Hold on.
No. It's about the thing. No matter how the government opens up, I think it's still unsafe. So without the vaccine, I think it's safer to do the Zoom. Let's plan. We can do the Zoom without the vaccine. Once the vaccine is there, then that's the safest time that we can have a gathering. No matter what social distance, because you see what happened to the church that opens up, and they let 3,000 come to their church. They got in trouble. So
Yeah.
that's for me. That's
Yeah.
it. Without the
Okay,
without the
but
vaccine, I think we should plan on Zoom, and then we
yes,
can we can have a small group on what area do you think. We can have the speaker there and everything, but the rest can go by Zoom.
the
It's a
timetable
combo.
for the vaccine. The timetable for the vaccine is also towards the end of the year, so it kind of ties up with everything that we're talking about. So, there we really need to decide now what to do. I mean, maybe not now, but we really need to decide whether it's Zoom or take a chance and do the live. So Simon's right with this thing, and that's not. The vaccine is not
Well,
coming until maybe towards the end of the year. That's what they're saying.
And
Can
and
we?
and that's still speculation.
yes.
Yeah,
Um,
that's still speculation.
it's similar to, for example, one thing about medicine, it's so uncertain. That's why they couldn't go into phase 3. Is because it's like a shingles vaccine. Even with booster shot of shingles, people still have shingles. See, it's
So shall
everything is
we?
uncertain.
Okay. Sorry. Shall we discuss the pros and cons so that the decision is like well thought out?
Well, like I said, we're going to be discussing everything on a what if this happens, what if that happens. One of the things, if there's any side noise, can you mute, please? If what do you call this? One of the examples I gave was that, for example, okay, now that if we were going to be doing Zoom, it's very easy to invite Father Alex in Rome. Father
Yeah.
Alex can speak from Rome over Zoom on one or two topics. Let's say,
Yes.
Father Alex, we assign you this and this, and please speak at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So it's arranged. Then all
Yep.
of a sudden, it cleared out. What happens then? Even if everything is live, we have no choice but to let him speak through Zoom,
Yes.
unless someone else, here's a plane ticket, quick, fly over here, something like that. See, uncertain. Um, so everything is what if. What if this happens? What if that happens? We're gonna discuss everything.
Yung
Okay, but
sinasabi ni Joanna, i-pros and cons daw natin ng Zoom. Kasi yun lang naman yung option natin ngayon, either do live or Zoom. So,
right.
i-brainstorm natin siguro kung, kasi nga, yun nga, sabihin, mag-cite na lang tayo ngayon ng pros and cons ng, ng Zoom para at least alam
Mhm.
natin kung, di ba yun ba yung point,
Yeah.
Joanna?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the towering pro about Zoom is that people will still be scared, concerned about coming out. So if they know that it's gonna be on Zoom, then they'll be there. They'll be, encouraged to be part of it, to attend, and even to donate. That's
Yes.
the towering pro about the Zoom. Now you discuss the negatives. Go ahead.
Since mga elderly yung mga, yung bulk nung natin.
And they are not familiar with
Yeah,
Zoom.
computer savvy. Yun talaga
Okay.
yung down, natin.
Yun
Down,
ang downside. Yeah.
na major yun. Kasi,
Major yon.
oh,
The only thing I can suggest, if let's say we go for that, how do you resolve that? Probably is we have to make a decision early enough so that we can tell on the letter to encourage them to have family members or friends to let them uh, have set up. But that's really still not gonna get it to the maximum because you never know if even the relatives or family members have, so that's the down. But it's down if we still not, they're not coming anyway because they'll be afraid, right, to come in, like what you said, Irene. So that's just a suggestion. So the cons is like we all together, I think either way, it's gonna be lower than before attendance, unless we invite our friends in other states and other countries with
actually,
Zoom.
kahit naman talaga nga ibang bansa, basta alam lang nila yung meeting ID at saka,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
possible naman yon. So talagang, ang natin talaga dyan.
Mapapropagate pa
Okay.
natin.
Oh,
Kung Zoom mapapropagate, let's say for example, if we ask the sister of Ate Edith, si Ellen,
na mag-attend din. Oo nga.
na mag-attend or distribute the information. Alam mo naman natin na hindi siguro pwedeng maghabol ng mga tao if this is not, wala sa, but sakripisyo talaga. I mean, when we do novena, it depends kung sino, but at least we put the word out.
Okay. I wouldn't even say ako konti ang mag-attend. I don't know. I couldn't think about making a conclusion like that. Because I am basing it on what we've been doing in Cora's backyard.
Yeah.
You've got a live audience there, but you also have people on Zoom.
Yes.
Combination.
Mm-hmm.
If you can come, you come. Let's say we were able to do it in the Knights of Columbus Hall. So people can come there. I mean, if they can come to St. Joseph, I don't see why they cannot come to the actual Canoga Park, which is Stratton and Canoga Avenue. But if you're concerned about the situation, the air is not yet clear or what, that you could, still get sick or people are not practicing social distancing, then we will be accessible by Zoom.
Yeah.
So it's a
So
combination.
it's a combination of
It's a
live
win-win
and
situation because
Zoom.
people have the option of either going there or doing it through Zoom.
Yeah, but even what I'm trying to say is the Zoom is not what Irene, I heard is most of our attendees are not savvy with the tech. That's the con. Or will they
Okay.
show up if maybe a family can gather for that and set it up, or if they have a poll. The
Okay.
only ones that
Well,
You have a
what
feedback. Hold on. You have a feedback there. Okay. So what is the every time you bring something up like that, I'd like to hear a alternative.
ang alternative nga, we can ask like with a letter to set it up, to
well,
send out the information early on and ask them if they can set up or have a call-in number who can, Santo Nino, I don't know who would volunteer to teach them how to do it.
Yeah.
yeah, you can put that on the invitation, like just say we're gonna try to have our novena via Zoom and then also live. Now, if you're planning on attending live, they have to, let's just say, RSVP. Para kasi sabihin mo na, we can say that we have limited number that may attend the live, and then there's also an alternative, which is the Zoom, uh, to participate on the novena. And if you need help, then you just put a contact number on the bottom to contact that person to help them set up the Zoom.
Yes.
Ganun ba? Okay.
Yes. That's the way it is. See?
So
So,
as early as the first week of January, the letter should be out so they can ask help for the Zoom to be set up in their gadgets.
Kahit sooner,
Okay.
kahit
Hold
sooner.
on. We
Or maybe
usually send
earlier.
out the invitations when? The beginning of January, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you think it should go out earlier than that?
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Earlier so that they know that there will be novena one way or the other. That
Or
those are the
we're not going to do a double mailing. One to give them a prelude and the second one the actual invitation. That's too
No, just
costly.
one time. It
Oh,
will be
my
confusing.
60 cents na.
Then there's a solution. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
There is a
That's why I
solution.
said that. I said earlier is to write a letter that you have information.
And I think, contrary to what I heard earlier, I think there'll be more attendance because now you have an option of people going on Zoom, those who don't want to go out, and
And
people
also
who
the
still
live.
believe in the
Yeah,
live.
Yes.
we were talking about pros and cons earlier. So now we are arriving to having it both. Like the decision is made to have it both. We haven't explored both or voted on that. So it seems like it's gonna be both now, right? We didn't go all over like what's pros and cons of just having it at the church.
How
I
much?
think we can have it both ways.
Right,
Diba?
both ways. Now, but
Both ways.
how much exploring do we still need?
No, let's vote on it. I think whether we have a quorum of not to have it both or not, so we can prepare, because we will prepare two things,
Can
both.
we vote on it with all the uncertainty going on?
But you said that can we decide now so that we can prepare? right? You don't want to.
Nag-freeze si Leo.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he's trying to sign on again.
Hindi,
Yeah.
actually, ikaw lang nalaglag. Andito kami.
Ay ko.
Oo. Andito kaming lahat. Ikaw lang nawala. So,
Yan ka, Leo,
mag-enter ka lang.
May limitation ba ang number of people who can join?
No, hindi wala. Ano ko eh.
Okay.
You have to pay more if there's more.
Kailan lang tayo? Less than 100 nga lang tayo. 11
Oh.
lang tayo. Pang 12 pa si Dio.
Like what I've said, 500 meron daw extra charge.
That's
That is
fine.
what they.
Yeah,
what
that's a
they
given.
For Ijpag.
Okay lang yun.
Okay lang yun.
lang.
So it depends on kung gusto niyo yung 1,000, you can do 1,000. You know, it's up to you.
Yung
Well,
iba
we will-
ginagawa,
By the response, Simon, we will know. By the response on the letter that we will send out as early as probably before the end of the year.
Kasi ang ano niyan, like what I have experienced na sad experience sa St. Joseph the Worker Charismatic. Since the COVID start, merong time na nagdo-double or triple kami na dinadasalan ng Zoom. Through Zoom.
nga.
So I know how they react. Pagka sinabi mo yung, pag kami naka-announce ng ganon, nag-announce sa Facebook nila, they join in kahit hindi nila kakilala yung namatay. Basta kakilala lang ng taga St. Joseph, they will join into the prayer. Ito,
Yes.
Santo Niño ito. Once you said Santo Niño and you put it on your Facebook, you expect, you know, it's up to him. It's up to Santo Niño he's gonna invite, not us. It doesn't depend on us. Sa kanya, he will touch anybody and everybody. So I was just saying, if you will use the Zoom, you have to prepare for the big hole. Talagang
Okay.
yun. Pero like what you've said, we will propagate the devotion. It's not for anything else. That's it. Yun lang ang ano nung sa Zoom. Pero what I can suggest now, we plan on the topics, we plan on the speakers that can do the Zoom, and then prolong the decision on we're going Zoom or live. So at least we're prepared, di ba? Alam niyo na yung topic, alam niyo na kung sinong speaker na pwede sa Zoom. So kung the farther, maybe by October, we can see kung magla-live tayo o hindi. Di ba? Pero at least naka-prepare na yung topic natin. We got rid of one problem. We have speakers that can do the Zoom. Di ba? That's the best thing that we can
Simon,
now.
Right.
That's exactly what it is what Simon said. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm having audio problems. All we need to do is prepare, and we have both alternatives which we can combine. And like what Simon said, who will come depends on Santo Niño.
yeah.
Okay, but like we said, when even Father Jim, I don't know if Joanna and Jay noticed when we told Father Jim that we're gonna have the novena. I saw the smile on his face, you know,
Yeah.
because he believes that the devotees by their name itself, and that's why I placed it on the agenda. By what we call them, devotees, want to have a novena. And there is a way of working around it.
Correct.
If we have something live, then Malu has, and whoever else, not just Malu, has the job of preparing the altar. And so
Well,
forth.
you know, whether it is Zoom or live, we have to prepare the altar.
Right.
I think we're going to the logistics. So I'm saying it's like as I hear it now, we will have a combo, right?
Right.
That's something that we are, at least what is the takeaway of the meeting is we will have a combo.
Right.
Live and Zoom.
And
We
I
just
have
need
seen,
to. We have
Yes.
to just know where we can have it. If the church doesn't any church doesn't allow us, then the default is Night of Columbus.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Hi, Malu. You're on mute.
Hi,
Naka-mute ka, okay lang?
Hindi, sabi
Okay.
niya,
Hindi ka namin marinig.
hindi,
Let's
hindi.
go.
Sorry, I fell asleep.
Hi, Oni.
Tony,
Oh, you only know
I'm
this.
okay. I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I have seen how masses are being held both live stream, and there are people in there. There are people in there who are practicing distancing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're not in Wisconsin where people are not wearing masks, and yet they're still safe. So, um, because that's the combination. That's the situation. I mean, hopefully it doesn't get worse, like I said, and still we're still dealing with a lot of uncertainty that people want to attend it but are afraid to go out, so they may resort to Zoom, or people feel like I do that live is always best and I will show up even if I am high risk and yet I show up. Okay, so we will prepare that. In fact, I also had the idea that if are we are we going to set up a place where the speakers will go to and have their talk beside the Santo Nino or the altar? Let's say, Malu gets to prepare the altar again, and wherever she prepares it, that's where the speakers will go to and speak and give their talk. See? Or that's where the live stream mass will take place. Any bad news?
Well, you can always ask the speakers which one what they prefer to do. Either they want to do it live, or if they choose to, to do it via Zoom, then we can also do that.
Exactly. I sent a message and he got it. Father Alex in Rome. Um, I told him, Father, since you may have to speak through Zoom during the novena, would you be able to speak give a talk in the novena? And he says, hopefully, once I get settled in my new parish, starting September, I would be prepared, and yes, I would, I would do it. So it's not a matter of coming live or Zoom, but just a matter of because he's being assigned to a new parish, and so he needs a lot of time to get settled, and hopefully he will be able to join us. I told him not, just work on your getting concentrated in your new place. And by the time we ask, it will probably be around November if he can join us or not. Anything else you want to talk about?
Like that? I press it.
Now,
See, that's your,
Mm.
and then
if the attendance on a live, let's say we had party live, right? If the attendance on a live is gonna be limited, there's a chance that the pastor may say, "Okay, go ahead, but you're gonna be limited to this amount of people only." Then we have a venue as an alternative to the Knights of Columbus Hall, right? A lot of you are like this.
When no,
Kaya
I
kami
was just
iniisip
wondering
kung anong,
when can we find out whether Father Beto or whoever, whichever church, uh, will let us, or the number of people that they will allow? When can we do that? Because we're planning this, that, but I think we should have a little bit more solid information so we can move faster and
It's
better.
not up to the Father Beto. It's up to the diocese.
Yes.
If
Right.
that
Okay.
will be okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter whoever. So who do we contact
And
then?
we do
If
not
it's
know.
not Father Beto, then who?
As far as now, we don't know.
Oh, well.
Do you want to ask Bishop Gomez?
Um, Oni, when do you think we should ask? I mean, I know that everything is just so uncertain right now. There's no way of
Yes, even
knowing.
Father Beto, even Bishop Gomez doesn't know. It depends from Newsom, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious. How
Oh,
many
sure,
people are
sure.
allowed to sit on the open air mass in St. Joseph?
There is no more number because it's open.
Ay.
Okay,
Oh,
so
But the comfortable one is 100 or 120 under the pavilion.
yeah, outside the church.
If it is outside the church, there is no limit.
Limit.
Basta ma-observe yung spacing, ha?
That's most likely what's gonna happen. If we're gonna hold it, the live part of it will be limited to that amount of people. The rest will just have to assist in setting up their Zoom.
yeah.
Kaya lang
Right?
parang ang hirap kasi at least yung mga misa na outdoor, 1 oras lang. Isipin nyo minsan tumataon pa na pag January last week, inuulan pa tayo. So,
Yeah.
parang ang hirap din magplano na ang dami mo ng preparasyon tapos biglang hindi natin alam din yung weather nung time na yon.
Yeah, can I set a sample? Kasi
Well,
there's
the
a,
good thing about St. Joseph, the worker, is that their outdoor is shaded. Other places outdoors are not
Not
have no
all.
shade.
Hindi lahat ng portion or not unless na ngayon palang magdi-decide.
Pavilion lang naman ang may shade eh.
Right.
Kung
That
magre-rent
that that part where they're having the mass
Yeah.
is shaded. Other churches are not shaded. I go to St. Rose of Lima in Simi Valley. There is no shade for all the seats. None. You know? But if like you said, if anybody, if we're going to accommodate people comfortably without, any trains, to what number do we limit it? You know,
Parang
because
hirap
it's gonna
mag-outdoor
rain.
ng January. Ewan ko lang, ha. Talagang siguro dapat i-roll out na talagang konti lang. Parang yung mga sports ngayon, 'di ba, yung kumbaga sa loob sila ng stadium. Pero ang nandun lang yung mga director, yung basta athletes, pero yung hindi mo na kasi hindi ka pwede mag-hold ng ganun tsaka ang tagal-tagal 9 hours eh. Ang misa 1 oras lang. Isipin nyo naman yung oras na yun. Ang
It's
haba-haba.
true. We have to prepare for whatever comes. Like, example, rain.
Pwede ka siguro mag-indoor pero kung i-limited mo na lang yung
Yeah.
parang shooting na lang ang parang sa pelikula lang ganon.
You said it. Pwede siguro. You see, it's uncertain. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys.
Di ba?
Well, at this
September,
point,
October,
everything is
November,
uncertain.
December, first part of January, anything can happen.
Yep.
That's why we're going to try and set it up in such a way that whatever comes, hopefully not a second wave though,
We have plan
we
A,
will
B,
be
C.
able to continue. Otherwise, it's going to be purely Zoom. And whoever cannot have Zoom, sorry na lang. Mangapit bahay kayo. Like when we were having the
Hindi, pwede namang i-record kaya ang Zoom tapos na lang ulit. Pwede lang, actually pwede nating i-post sa website yung natin eh. Katulad nito, nire-record ko to. Pwedeng ibigay ko sa iyo yung file tapos i-post mo sa para yung mga hindi naka-attend, ma-realize nila baka meron silang mga suggestion.
Meron silang ideas, right?
Actually, ito
Okay.
nire-record o naka-record niya.
Okay, sure.
Parang webinar.
Exactly.
Leo,
Okay.
going back to the
Excuse me.
Knights of Columbus venue. You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, going back.
What about the Knights of Columbus venue?
How many people do you think with social distancing can be accommodated?
Hmm. Oni, how many can be accommodated in the SJW hall? It's about the same size.
Limit lang nila ng 100 dati, di ba, nung indoor?
No.
Ilan?
Oo. At saka, di ba, hindi pwedeng indoor.
Okay. Wag na
Kaya
consider
sarado ang
indoor, not
church.
an indoor. Indoor is not an option right now.
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that
If ever.
um,
If something changed,
if
100.
anything is, kasi sinabi nga natin, if anything is outdoor, there has to be a shade. Okay?
Yeah.
But if let's say, so everything is if let's say they allow for indoor, like when they did at the start, um, it was not the church that triggered the sudden surge in number of, but the people who went to party on the 4th of July in the beach that caused the surge and caused the churches to shut down again and this time hold the outdoor. It wasn't the church's
I
situation.
know.
It was,
Yeah, but
yeah. But what do you call this? If let's say the situation improves and they allow it, how
we could stay in the
many?
church.
Because it's actually a matter of social distancing. The one thing about the media, you want to be aware of this. They're going to, when they want control, they'll try to confuse the people, and then those in authority are not going to disclose everything and anything. Um, like for example, um, this thing about how far does the COVID travel? It's only 1 meter. And then after that, it's going to drop on the ground, no more. And yet we are what? 6 feet from each other. That's 2 meters. They're not disclosing those things, you know. But it's just a matter of being educated and telling the people and knowing, what, okay. But of course, we're also subject to regulation. Surprisingly, it's not Bishop Gomez who's making the rules. It's Governor Newsom. And he's saying no singing in the churches. No singing in the churches. St. Joseph doesn't sing. Everybody else does. See?
What about your idea of having it in like a studio type, like Irene was saying? Because we have to think of that now educating everybody is not necessarily like tenable for us because it's going to be a flu season also.
Well, okay. Going back, we thought we'd do a combination of live and Zoom. So we're discussing the live aspect. It cannot be enclosed. It has to be open. And so if it's going to be open, it's something like the St. Joseph setup because there's a shade. See, that's why I
And
asked how many people do attend the mass in St. Joseph the Worker because there's a shade. We're not going to send them to a place where there is open air and then there's no shade. Not even if there are canopies. St. John Eudes has a lot of canopy, but in a strong rain, that's not going to work. Yeah.
I think the pavilion can accommodate about 60 to 80 people, right?
100?
100. Ang laki pala ng pavilion.
Oo.
Kaya ng
Ilan yung chair na nilalagay ninyo?
100.
100.
Maybe 100 doon pag linggo.
Okay. So, kung i-ano natin, tentatively, gawin natin ng 100. Either, kung kunyari, napapunta tayo sa simbahan dahil open na. But when we write to the folks, they need to respond whether they are also coming. But I don't think they can answer that right now. If they have preference, would they come or not? So at least we know because there's a limit. We have to set a limit as far as
The first 100.
And I think what I was thinking earlier is when we write a letter and then we request for the response, is it possible to give us their email or contact number? Because even if we have like live one, there are a lot of steps that we have to do, like the tracing. We need to have those things that we need to trace, who came and when, things like that. We're doing that at UCLA. They're gonna do it. They're doing it right now in preparation for January, and they're gonna do it even after they open. So there's a lot of things to do. So we have to think and many different aspects, because if we're doing combo, let's say we go to hypothetically, if it's St. Joseph at the pavilion, how do we manage the crowd? It's still a lot of different things that we have to prepare besides the topic and the speakers.
The
So
topic and the speakers are the usual preparation we do. We choose a topic, we divide it into 6 speakers. I mean, to the 6 hours. But if we want to cut down on speakers, like what we did 2 years ago, then one speaker can speak about 2 topics, like what Father Alex did. I have to respond though to the fact that yes, we can do reservations because as far as I know, in the area, St. Joseph the Worker is the only parish that does not take reservations, but everybody else I know does. Um, isn't it, Tess? St. Catherine has reservations, right?
No,
No, no
no,
more, no
no more.
more.
No, open.
But
We
they
have
used to
drive-through
have
also.
reservations,
We used to,
right?
but not anymore. Not anymore.
Okay. Saint John Eudes is open air, but they take reservations.
No, they
Uh,
don't. They don't, Leo. They don't.
no, they did. They
Not
did.
Hindi
now.
na. Not
But
now.
hindi na ano.
think about the
Check the
canopy. Those
website of
canopies are not going to hold on strong rain.
St. John
Yeah.
Youth says.
I have a suggestion. Ganito siguro, magpa-registration tayo this time. Tapos, kung alam mo naman mga tao, napaka-passive, mga last minute, hindi nagano, ang i-accommodate lang talaga 100. Parang yung mga unang-unang misa na nag-indoor ang St. Joseph, pag 100 na, sorry, sarado ang parking, walang makakapasok and everything. We have to do the registration kasi para control, yung may crowd control ka.
Tama.
The good thing about doing it at St. Joseph is that the outdoor
Hindi ka
has
na?
a shade.
Oo nga. Pero regardless kung may shade o
Ay,
wala, 100 lang ang
Okay.
kayang i-accommodate nun. So, paano mo
Right.
masisigurado
Siguro
yung
maghahanap ako.
registration, di ba?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Band-aid?
making reservations is what it is.
Oo.
Okay. I go to St. Euphrasia
Reservation and
and
ask for their email address or whatever medium of communication we can send a follow-up. Because we're mailing it, sending it, it's costing us $2,000 already for stamps back and forth.
well, that's what we were doing at St. Euphrasia. We were making reservations. We have to put our email. We have to
Mm-hmm.
put our phone number. We have to put how many people are in our family.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were doing at St. Euphrasia. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Because when one person signs up, they're not signing for themselves. It could be a family of 3, 4. That's just part of the information we need.
So I think at this point we are arriving to the fact that at least tentatively the live one will be 100. We will have registration, and maybe we will have a Zoom for more than 500?
So if we're going to set out an invitation, we are going to tell them that it's going to be a combination. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A combination of live and Zoom. If they want to, if they're going to do Zoom, they want to let us know. We can assist in the preparation of the Zoom. If they're going to do live, this is what the registration is all about. This is the information we need. Um, because we're also, I'm sure we'll be asked to fill out, what do you call that, Oni? Contact,
Tracing.
Person.
contact
Contact.
tracing.
Tracing.
Contact person, telephone number, email.
Sister Ronnie, contract trace.
Yeah.
Contact
See,
Contact
person,
tracer. Yeah.
email.
Contact tracing.
Una last name. Tapos, contact person na. Sino kayang contact person yun?
well, it's
And
usually the
then,
head of the family.
telephone number, and then, email.
Yun yung dumadating, di ba?
Oo, yun yung dumadating.
Yung in
Kung
person.
mag-register sila, dapat meron tayo nung ganitong information.
I think
Exactly.
alam ni Leo
Okay.
all the things that we need to do when they need to register for, kung makakakuha tayo ng 100, stop na natin. And then, on the actual day, we still need to have them fill it out, yung
Yes.
contact tracing. Because that's what, of course, the church will allow us to, mandate to
Talagang
do
may
that.
kailangan contact tracing because on the day itself, parang airport yan eh. Not all the passengers will show up. Ang makakapasok yung chance passenger. Pag may chance passenger na makakapasok, di kailangan nila mag-fill out ng contact tracer, of course. Because one thing also that we were doing was that if you come late, sorry, binigay na namin sa iba ang upuan mo.
Uh-huh.
It's like an airport. We were doing that at St. Euphrasia.
Well,
Yes.
the thing with Infant Jesus Novena, some people come in at different times. Hindi naman lahat dumadating. Di ba dumadami by 9 o'clock?
Well, yeah, and also that to consider there is also, well, kung wala pang 100 yung nasa loob, di sige. Go in. Yeah.
So, yung Zoom naman ang pag-usapan natin.
Oh. Go ahead.
Paano na ang gagawin natin sa Zoom at saka yung Irene?
Are you saying that Zoom has a limit capacity?
Hindi. Pag nag-Zoom ka, ibibigay mo lang yung Zoom, pero yung camera, sinong mag-ano, ikaw?
Oh, pwede.
Oo.
Tatanong natin yung technology ni tatanong ko yung kay Jordan. Ang galing ni Jordan yung sa yung sa St. Catherine. Oo.
Is he using Zoom?
Hindi nga Zoom yun eh.
St. Joseph is using
that's Facebook live stream.
Okay, Facebook live stream. St. Joseph the worker is using Switcher. The Knights of Columbus Councils are using Togo Meeting. I don't know if anybody is using FaceTime. It depends.
Pinakapangit ang FaceTime, hindi pwede yun.
Hindi pwede, okay. So,
hindi maganda ang
people are
FaceTime.
impressed with Togo Meeting because Togo Meeting allows, like what St. John is using, and hindi pala, Switcher, is because it changes the angles. There are 5, 6 iPhones, for example, involved, and when the priest faces here, ayan that's the switcher. So it depends on what we use.
Yeah. Tanungin natin ang mga teachers, also.
Ang switcher nga lang, ang lagay sa switcher is that it's an Apple thing. I don't know. I don't think Apple is compatible with Zoom.
Di ba si Father Valera nagmisa? Anong ginamit niya sa Di ba nasa Zoom tayo lahat doon? Kay Michael's yung nagmisa kay Father.
Father Ramon use Zoom?
Oo. Puro apple kaya si Father Valera.
Puro Apple.
Puro apple yun. Apple, Mac Pro, tapos
So
yung...
anong ginamit niya? It wasn't Zoom?
Zoom. No,
Zoom
sister sa
naman eh.
mga gamit eh.
Zoom.
Okay. Ayun pala eh.
Basta lang yung priest kung ano ang gusto niyang gamitin. Yun ang isang area na because we are doing double, right? No, it's just like we're limited. So there's another preparation we have to do. And excuse me. Now for the tech side of it. So I think may committee ba tayo sa tech? Okay. Si Irene pa lang.
Eddie, diba?
Irene and
No,
Eddie.
we can involve other people. It doesn't have to be
Mag-recruit tayo.
it doesn't have to be in the membership. You know, like when you were using yung involving Dane Adams before, rest in peace, Dane Adams. We can involve other people like Roland Lacap.
Yep.
Or si Eddie. Si Eddie.
Oo, si Brother Ed kaya.
Eddie.
Brother Ed, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oo.
So that's what I'm saying. Ano na tayo ng preparation for the tech. So kung sinong magli-lead, ikaw na, Irene?
Diba no, si Brother Ed. Mga chip-swap lang kami doon.
IT natin yun, IT. Si Brother Ed.
Sige. Si Leo and Ed. Because marami kung sino pang ilalagay dyan.
Okay, one thing I'm going to tell everybody this, because Irene is recording this for the minutes. I need your help with mentioning everything we need to mention to the devotees when we send out the invitation. The fact that we're doing a combination of Zoom and live, that this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, and all that. I cannot. I can, but I may not cover everything. I'm sure I'll be busy writing letters, and pretty much I am doing all the things that Lodi used to do in terms of the invitation, the prayer cards, in addition to the solicitation for, the letter that went with the donation by mail and all that. So if you can help me out with what needs to go on those invitations, because they are invitations or what we're going to send out already, then let's work on it together.
Are we gonna do publications also, like media?
Yes. Except that since um, like for example, if you wanted to put something on a church bulletin, let's say St. Catherine's Church Bulletin, it will probably only be a blog. So we really have to refer them to our website. If you're a devotee attending the usual 9-hour novena, please go to our website. We have very important information for you. You know, things like that. Because we have a lot of things to tell them. You know, you have an option. You either stay with Zoom or you come live. If you want to come live, you know, we have a lot of things to tell them. Okay. And of course, we want to keep it as simple as possible. You don't want to be overwhelming them with information. What else?
Leo, maybe you can send out emails so we can respond to the email of what's, like requests to help you on the invitation, what needs to get in there, so that people who didn't even attend tonight can have an input, or it can also only go to like Irene. Consolidate.
Irene, you think by next weekend you can have the minutes ready?
Minutes. At saka ito pinaka-minutes na to. Ganda-ganda. Papapanood na lang nila. Hindi na sila magbabasa.
Hindi, para hindi ko na panoorin ulit the whole thing.
Ay na. Pwede, pwede.
Uh-huh. At
Uh,
least yung committee natin nandun na. And then when we have the tech people committee, meron na tayo. So it's the same limited lang ang ating
Head.
capacity.
Yan, capacity.
But it's gonna be the same. Plus
okay.
the Zoom.
Oo nga.
I highly urge the theme and topic committee to start work as soon as possible. Um, Jay and I had already started working on the speaker committee. So if we could get the theme and topics going as soon as possible, it would really help.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to discuss?
Ulitin ko lang yung napag-usapan natin prior nito, yung may parang informal brainstorming lang tayo before na parang sinabi natin na hindi na tayo magsasyam na ano. Yung parang ibahin yung format, ipupush kaya yun.
I don't agree with that.
Hindi ka ba
Personally.
nag-agree?
Personally.
Parang sabi niyo gagawin na lang retreat, tapos parang yun yung kasing lumabas nun kasi parang hindi kayo ba? Okay.
I think I don't know
The
what's the
novena
meaning
to
of
the novena to the Santo Niño of the Praga. It's the Prague Santo Niño that has 9 hours. The other Santo Niños don't have 9 hours, but we are devoted to him.
Yun nga eh.
So
Yun nga
I
eh.
don't even
Kaso,
agree. We had to talk about half hour and
Na,
I
na,
don't I don't think so. Yeah. I mean that's personal
ang
opinion.
inaano ko naman kasi, yung mag-adjust lang din tayo sa sitwasyon. Hindi naman, yung sitwasyon naman noon at saka ngayon magkaiba. Isipin nyo naman, hindi naman kasing komportable ang sitwasyon kung halimbawa nasa indoor kayo na naka-aircon kayo kaysa yung nandun kayo sa labas na nagnunubina. Naintindihan ko mahal natin si Santo Niño, pero naman, ewan ko lang kung, I mean, kasi kapatid, dapat to talaga, butation ng butation, hindi lang yung like, kasi katulad niyan, di ba? Ano ba? Oo, sige. Ewan ko talaga yung sa outdoor part. Ewan ko kung yung 9 na oras doon magiging feasible pa.
Problem is
Um,
nobody else wants to attend except us.
Di ba?
We were informed of this
At saka
meeting.
hindi naman sa
Everybody was informed of this
bawat
meeting.
natin na pagmamahal kay Santo Niño, kaya lang yung sitwasyon, yung senaryo.
yeah, well, having to work on providing Zoom by itself is already a way of dealing with the situation. Okay. Um, but like I said, it's a matter also of the fact that because the devotees still want to have a novena, that we're trying to do it as much as we can. We just have to adjust the format in terms of accommodation by providing Zoom. Um, I don't know unless you could be a little more specific. Na wag na in 9 hour. I'm not too sure about that. We're doing it. We're trying to keep a format that was passed down to us by the founders. And if we can, then let's just do it. That's how I feel. Unless you have an alternative.
Just a thought. Kung ano yung ano niya, pero ko yun lang sinasabi. Just a thought.
Yeah, it's something to think about. Yes. Okay.
yeah. Because when Father Jim said that make it simple, I don't know what's the meaning of make it simple. He didn't say anything, uh, you know, he just said that try to make it simple because people may not have the 9 hour. But devotees are devotees. If you're a devotee, you will, you want for 9 hours, as far as I'm concerned, we have if we get to 90 years old, God's gonna give us blessing up to 90. And if we don't sacrifice 9 hours for one day in a year, that's where I go, that I want 9 hours also. But because we are devotees, that's a true devotion, that it's not every night of one day or one short mass. I consider that as, given the situation, it's gonna be a sacrifice.
It's always yeah. There's always a sacrifice involved.
Like what
Um,
I've said earlier, no vaccine, no gathering. Like what I've said, no vaccine, no gathering. That's the safest way. You can never tell that you can be a carrier. You can never tell who is the carrier of this virus. So, for me, no vaccine, no gathering. Sorry, but we can do the Zoom anytime. That's why I'm saying, Zoom. That's the safest. We can go international. We can even invite a priest, speaker from the Philippines, or like what you said, Rome. We can have them. We can have them. That's the first time that's gonna happen. We have international, speakers.
yes, exactly. And I have to put it this way: when we have our meeting, let's say in November, we do not know what the situation is, and we could have been discussing a whole different thing because situations change. But like I said, every month when we meet, um, we go by what's going on outside there. Do we need to adjust anything? Do we have anything new that we need to do? It's just a matter of being, prepared and flexible. Hopefully not negative because we got devotees. And I know you're tired of hearing about this, but when I was working in the theater, there would be some play nights that we would perform, and there's a storm outside, and only one person would show up. That one person took the time to come and watch. We give them the best. We give that person the best. Okay. Um, it's not like, oh, there's only one person there, and then we are so negative and so low morale and all that. That's not
I
the way.
don't think it will be negative. And it's in anticipation whether we cannot. I think having to adjust at the time when we need to, because of the
Exactly.
constraints, we still need to prepare. Right now, our thought is to have a combo.
Exactly.
Then here comes December. What's happening by then? We might cancel. You know the we might scale down, but we don't know at this point, so we need to get like at least a framework of how we're going to do it. So what if we try to say, hey, we're going to do it at St. Joseph, but then by December the priest and the archdiocese say no, you can't because they're flu season 2 or whatever is the thing. We should have like Cora is saying, we should have ABC. We can have it at somebody's home probably, but we will still have novena, and then those two could change on the scale of how much. But again, the preparation needs to continue along that line, because
Okay.
we can still
Okay.
gather even if it's like a 10 people and still have novena within. If it's like 20 people, that would be good. But we don't know if we have to resort to that at this point.
Oo.
Diba?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Going back to uh, using Zoom, I think let's go back. Yeah, kasi in Zoom, it's designed uh, for for meetings and also for schools. Kasi para you have interaction, right? Now, what if we try doing it like what the other churches are doing, like in Archdiocese of Los Angeles? They always have masses on Sundays at 10 a.m. It's a live stream lang. So why don't we, as a suggestion lang, we can do that. Just a live stream instead of using Zoom. That way, people will just go log in and watch the live stream. You don't have any interaction with the people watching.
Parang
Now,
mas feasible yung live stream kesa ang Zoom sa ano.
Huh?
Parang mas feasible siya kasi hindi mo naman kailangan ng ng interaction ng Dapat nga baka nga makagulo pa yun dahil dapat nga kasi minsan kapag halimbawa magla-login ka sa Zoom tapos pagka yung maaga ka pa may control yung administrator na i-mute ka. Pero paano kapag yung mga late na mag-attend? Usually bukas na mga microphone nun. Tapos halimbawa, meron pang mga dalawa-dalawang unit ang ginagamit, nag-feedback yun. O di kaya naman yung iba, kala nila tahimik lang, na may radyo. Sira na dahil...
At saka, and people sometimes, they don't use their videos. They shut down their videos, nakalabas lang yung pangalan nila sa Zoom. Kasi some people don't want to see them. Diba? So, suggestion ko lang kung pwedeng, instead of using Zoom, use a live stream. I don't know what program that is. We have to research on that, like what the Archdiocese of Los Angeles is using every Sunday.
Itong dadating na September, actually, itong Labor Day, kasi kami yung SCRC, yung SCRC namin, first time na mag-Zoom. Nagtaka nga ako, pwede nga palang live stream yun, pero bakit ginawang Zoom? So by then, after nun, makakapagbigay ako sa inyo ng input kung ano ba yung pros and cons. At least kahit paano, kasi talagang SCRC malaking malaki attendance niyan So more or less magkaka-idea tayo.
Yeah, by the thousands, some people nag-attend sa SCRC. Yeah.
Pero Zoom kami. Balibas ang lang, mapag nag-register ka, bibigyan ka ng parang access para maka-login ka sa Zoom. Pero Zoom ang gamit namin. Yes.
Leo, why don't you open a Facebook account for Ijpag Winetka?
Para sa live.
So that maybe by then you can use that as a live stream. When you have a Facebook account, because I know that's what they use.
That's right. Yung Los Angeles Archdiocese uses Facebook.
So that they will just log in, they will just click that, and then maybe you can pass it through.
True.
Okay, well, because I do not really know those things, in fact, like for example, our website, I didn't know about Wix.com until Jules told me about it. You're being asked to create a website for Ijpag. Here, go to Wix.com and all that. You want to give me information, and then I could find out what am I supposed to be doing with this, Okay, I could look into that.
And we can use both just in case.
I think on Sundays nga, tama si Simon, Brother Simon. I think we pick up the live stream through Facebook. Yung sa Archdiocese of Los Angeles every Sunday at 10 a.m. That's a live stream mass, actually.
I think they are on YouTube.
Is it YouTube? No,
YouTube.
But when I go on, I don't have Facebook. I go on to Roan's Facebook, and then I just search LA Archdiocese, and then lalabas dun yung homepage ng LA Archdiocese. Tapos lalabas dun yung live streaming.
Yeah, but they are on YouTube.
YouTube yun, okay.
Yes.
Pero ano yun, is that pre-recorded or live?
Live. Live.
Okay.
Mayroong live. At saka their streaming is sponsored by Channel 4 or Channel 7, right? TV station. I'm not sure which one.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
Nasa Facebook Watch yung Saint Kateri and Saint Newberry Park, Saint Julie's Billiard. Those are on Facebook Watch. The same thing. I'm not sure the cathedral is the cathedral using Zoom. It doesn't look like Zoom. It looks like a switcher.
I don't think they're using Zoom.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Live stream nga yung sa ano, di ba? Live stream yung...
Live stream. You watch it tomorrow. Subukan nyo sa tomorrow at 10 a.m. Go to Facebook and go to the homepage of Los Angeles Archdiocese and then just go click on the live stream and lalabas yung live na misa from...
May ganyan din tayo sa St. Joseph, brother. May ganyan din ng St. Joseph.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Meron.
Oh.
Yeah, St. Catherine then, Catherine of Siena, Paris.org, and then you can go to the live stream.
Oh, okay.
lang din pala yung ano, yung...
Yeah, we have to get a web page para ano.
They can replay anytime they want.
Yeah, they can replay it too. Like, I watched the Kamaine Jesus yesterday of Father Joey Pallier, and then, they have a replay also of the previous Mass, so...
Why don't you guys get the information and bring it to us?
Sure. Tapos may sasabihin pala ako yung sa Facebook, share ko lang. yung si Brother Mike. Brother Mike Tupas. Ano siya, 'di ba, DJ siya. Tapos nagla-live siya sa Facebook ng mga music kunyari DJ. Ang observation ko lang doon kasi parang kino-connect ko lang siya sa live stream kasi nagla-live stream siya. Ang concern ko doon, kung ang live stream ba, papayagan ng Facebook ng ganung kahaba kung pinaplano natin na 9 hours tayo. Baka one way or another, malaglag tayo. Yun lang ang ko kasi itong si Brother Mike, ewan ko kung ilang 2 oras ba yun. Basta merong portion na sinasabi nila na kinakat sila ng Facebook pag masyadong matagal. Not unless na kung halimbawa kung kakausapin ng Facebook, kung meron tayong i-coordinate sa Facebook na pwede ba magpaplano kami ng novena, ganyan. Kung siguro yun yung one area din na kailangan nating tignan kasi nga yung sa mga misa kasi 1 hour lang. So baka walang problema. Pero pag like more than an hour, katulad ng natin, 9 hour, kung if it's even feasible na ang live stream.
Di ba, when we signed up for Zoom, as it is, we're only allowed 40 minutes, di ba?
Ay, hindi. Ang 40 minutes.
No. Wait a minute. When we got this account, when I got my account, 40 minutes lang ang takbo ng meeting, di ba?
Ano?
Pero nung nagbayad ako ng $16.99, wala na silang sinasabing limit.
Tama. Ako rin. Dati dapat makakat yung ngayon wala na. Wala na limit sa hours basta magme-member ka. So, ibig sabihin, kung halimbawa kung ako yung nagpapamiting na to, kahit na more than an hour na tayo dahil may subscription ako, pasok tayo. Pero pag ang nag-host, walang subscription, usually nga less than an hour lang siya pwedeng
40 minutes.
Oo. Tapos gagawin na lang niya, maglalagin na lang sila ulit. May paraan naman, kaya lang hassle kasi kumbaga naka-set up ka na tapos malalag out ka dahil more than an hour ka na tapos
Yun yung sinasabi ko. I mean, after I paid $16.99, wala na silang sinasabing limit. I'm like, is this it? Sky's the limit na?
Hindi, alam ko parang pang 24 hours yata. Nandun naman sa terms and conditions nila. Pero meron. Kung halimbawa 9 hours pasok, pero ang sinasabi ko kasi na binubuksan nating option kanina yung live stream. Baka yun yung hindi papayagan ng 9 na oras. Sa Zoom, of course, dire-diretso tayo. Pero yun yung downside ng live stream. Yung
Is
sa
that the name
Facebook,
of the app, live stream? I thought everything was live stream. It's just a matter of this is... kasi nga, katulad niyan, ang St. Joseph nagla-live stream, but the app is called Switcher. Something like that. Is that the name of the app?
Hindi,
I think ganun ng St. Catherine Switcher.
Switcher ang ginagamit ng St. Catherine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Titingnan ko nga
Yes.
yun.
Okay.
Ano yun eh.
Okay, I'm reading in the Google. The live streaming is limited time for only 8 hours for the Facebook.
Papayagan ng, konti lang naman diferensya. Charge pa tayo ng 1 hour.
It says here, time limit for live streaming on Facebook, it's 8 hours.
Naku, bitin tayo sa isang oras.
Hindi, may
Well,
minsan
the people do not have to watch us eating our lunch. Okay? So,
What if it's broken into two? Kasi di ba we have the first half.
oo nga. Yun na nga.
It's
So,
gonna be-
yung program mo muna yung umaga, and then
Right.
after lunch, i-program nyo na yung hapon.
Tama. That's good. That's a good idea.
Okay? And then if you want, i-separate yung program yung mass. Okay? Okay. So, I didn't expect that we'd have a whole load of discussion, but very good. Thanks for all your input. Unless you have anything else to say. Can you just, I request if you could take the initiative to research on these things and, let us know what you find out. And we'll take it from there. Please, if you can mark your calendar, September 26 is our next meeting. Wala naman tayong conflict doon, di ba? Yan naman yung SCRC.
Wala,
Yes.
ito ang Labor Day.
Next week.
Next week ng...
Okay, September 26 is our next meeting, and hopefully we have a better idea of what setup we want to do. In the meantime, could the theme and topics committee finalize or start at least work on the theme and topic?
Is it the same time for the meeting?
Ano na?
Same time?
Ba or 2 o'clock?
Oh yeah, same time,
7 o'clock na?
same place, in your homes. Yeah.
Same
And
channel.
Mas muna kami.
mainly, you wanna encourage people to show up, to attend, okay?
Eh, kasi St. Catherine, Tagalog mas.
Ayun na yun. Ay, oo.
No. We're holding it at 2 p.m.
Oh, that's even better.
Kung 2 p.m.
That's better. You said
Hopefully
7.
malamig na. Usually alam ko pag September lumalamig na ang panahon eh.
Yeah.
Sana.
Ano kaya?
Sabi nga,
Lumalabas na nga yung Halloween na decorations.
Hindi, di mag-Filipino mask kayo, magpa-party kami. Okay. If there's nothing else, let's do the closing prayer.
let's do the closing prayer.
And then let's also recite the novena prayer. How about that?
Okay, sandali
Yeah.
lang ha. Sana naman yun.
Irene will set up the closing prayer.
Yes, coming. Wait lang. Nasaan na ba yung page ko? Nawala. Teka lang. Ano?
I just thought Zoom was, people were more familiar with Zoom. It was the most popular thing, you know. So,
Well, Zoom is the easiest kasi you can always just send the link and then they'll just click on the link and Zoom. Wala, nandiyan ka na.
Oo nga.
You don't have to download an app, diba? So, yeah, Zoom is popular. And then and on some schools they use that, diba? Zoom.
you can see from the background, I belong to the Lions Club, and we're having our each club, like my club, has an installation of officers and induction of new members. We used to have it as a dinner dance in different hotels, but now each club is doing it via Zoom. There's usually around 20 tables with 10 people each. Ours is on September 18. So it could accommodate a lot of people actually. So, okay. Yung ano muna, closing prayer.
Meron ka bang pinadala?
Before we
Jagger.
do that, can I do a treasurer's report?
Sure. Hold on, Malu.
Sige.
Irene, it's on the same page as the opening prayer.
Okay. I got you. Sandali lang.
Okay, while Irene is setting that up, go ahead, Malu.
Right now, our bank account balance is 11,900, but there's an outstanding $300 of Father Ramon hasn't deposited. I will check if he has deposited already. So that would be $11,600.
Okay, and then the
That's the money we have.
three. Thank you, Malu. We
300,
have
hindi
the
ko alam kung
three.
dineposito ng Father.
Baka nakalimutan.
Nangyari.
But
I will check the bank and see if he has done that. I haven't checked it. Because I'm gonna close the August account. August.
right, the Ijpag website expenses are taking place September, October. You probably got that email. We're paying for the domain, the plan, and the mailbox. Okay. Closing prayer, please. Together.
Nakikita niya, okay.
Thank you, dear God,
God,
Dear
for
God, for
keeping us
keeping us
together
together in the
in the
spirit
spirit
of
of
cooperation
cooperation as a
as a
group.
group.
We
May we
fulfill
May we
fulfill
fulfill what
what
we
we
what
ought
we
to
ought
ought
do
to
to
do
do
in
in our
our
preparation for the 9-hour novena
Novena
in
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 January.
January.
January. We are
We are
ever grateful
grateful
for your
for the
abundant love.
abundant love towards us.
Novena prayer.
O
O most holy infant Jesus of Christ,
Jesus Christ, I
I come
Come
before you.
before you today,
Make
pray
this
to make
novena
this
prayer
novena
for
prayer
you.
for you.
bless
Bless
me
Bless me
and
and everyone who
who
are
are
here at
here
this
at this
hour,
hour,
offering our prayers
and petition
for your greater honor and glory.
glory.
O Jesus, you
Jesus
said,
Ask,
ask
and
and
it
and
shall
it
be
shall be
given to
given to
you.
you. Seek
Seek, and
and
you
you shall find. Knock
shall
and
find,
it
and it
shall
shall
be
be
opened to
opened
you.
to you.
To the
The
immaculate heart of your most holy mother.
I
I
knock,
knock,
I knock,
I seek, I
seek,
ask
I
that
ask
my
that my
prayer be
prayers
shall
be
be
granted.
granted.
O Jesus, you said,
If
if
you
you
If you
ask
ask the
the
Father
Father anything
anything
in
in
anything
my
my
in your
name,
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 He will give
He
it
will
to you
give
we
it
will
to
give it
you.
to you
through
through
The
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 immaculate heart
Immaculate
heart
Heart
of
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 your
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 most
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 holy
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 mother,
mother,
mother.
I
I
Humbly
humbly
and
humbly and
urgently
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 ask
ask
your
your
Father
Father in your
for
name
your
in
name.
your
that my
name.
that my
prayers be
prayer be
granted.
granted. O Jesus, you said, heaven and
And
earth
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 will
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 pass
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 away,
away, but my
but
and
my
words
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 will
will
not
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 pass
pass
away.
pass
away.
away
through
through
The
the
immaculate
Immaculate
heart
Heart
of
of
your
your
most
most
holy
holy
mother,
mother,
Mother.
I
I
feel
feel
I feel
confident that
confident
my
that my
That
prayers
prayers
will
prayers
be
be
will
granted.
be
granted.
granted.
Accept this humble act of love and adoration I
I make
make in your
your
honor. May
Make
it
it
be
be a
a
fitting
fitting
offering of
offering of
praise,
praise,
honor,
honor, glory, and
glory, and
thanksgiving to
thanksgiving to
you.
you. I'm
I
I
am
am
yours,
yours,
my
yours, my
Savior.
Savior. Do with
Do
me
with
and
me
my
and my
needs
needs
as
as
you
you
please.
please.
Okay, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for attending the meeting. Um, when we pray, let us believe in what we are requesting. We never underestimate the power of prayer.
Yes.
And we end with the Divine Mercy. Dear Jesus, I trust in you. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Night.
Okay, bye everyone.
Keep
Bye.
safe, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.